Hey YouTube, we are doing the team building series with Sandslash. So Sandslash got the drill run, huge buff, great coverage. Shadow Claw is already such a strong, fast move, and then Ice Punch is a nice coverage move. So weaknesses, obviously, it's very easy. It's double weak to fighting. So you're going to lose to all the fighters real bad, real bad. And you're double weak to fire. So you're going to lose all the fires real bad. So outside of the fires and fighters, which are a lot, you got to worry about Swampert because you are weak to ground as well. So the Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, Earthquake is just going to significantly outpace you. So yeah, anything with like a Drill Run, Earthquake, Fire Punch, stuff like that. Pokemon like Umbreon that resist the Shadow Claws, so stuff that resist the Shadow Claws, normal types, dunsparce, Umbreon, or normal or dark types. Umbreon, Diggersby, dunsparce, Lickitung, those are all just going to resist. Registeel is just going to outpace you to the Focus Blast. But we're getting closer here with the evenish wins, and then obviously the drill run picking up nice matchups like Lantern, the Steel being able to resist stuff like Wing Attack on Pelipper, just any flyer being able to resist the Wing Attack is huge. Now being able to throw drill run at Bastion is a big win. So lots of good wins. A lot of meta Pokemon down here that we're looking at: Frostlass, Altaria, Cofagrigus, Trevenant, Cress. These are just big wins. So if you're going to build it, you need to build it as 2 answers to fighters, or at least 1.5 to fighter and ground and fire, really. So let's look at some balanced teams first. In the first one, I just use a very common core. Metachamp and the Owl. Basically, your Owl is going to resist all the... It will deal with fighters, and it will resist the ground type moves. And Metachamp is just a beast that it will probably do well against the majority of the fighters as well. Do well against the majority of fighters, and you're just super strong. So Metachamp is the safe swap in this. There's no... I think I've used a Sandslash as a safe swap before, and it's a bad idea. It's just way too hard punished by fighters. So Metachamp, fine. If you see a ghost or fairy, we will deal with that. Take down the Lantern. Trevenant in the back here. So I have the Owl for Trevenant, and I have a Sandslash, but obviously the Owl is going to be the one that comes in here because it just full resists everything. Can I get another move up? I can. So this will likely take it out or put it pretty low. I'd be interested to see. I was about to say, I don't know if I love that. I come in and they catch on a Metachamp, which still is going to hurt. So this team is really showcasing the Sandslash here. But basically that's it. You put 2 meta Pokemon, both bulky, both cover your weaknesses. Trevenant's gonna get a move off, and then it's gonna be a Sandslash's time to shine here. So it takes me up with that, but here is now just a full fast move down. There. Next team, Electrode and Drapion. Again, this is sort of just like Drapion's a safe swap. Electrode is going to resist the ground because you're grass, and with Wild Charge, you're likely to just start grabbing shields, and a Sandslash works better when you have shield advantage, right? So I will lose this lead, but I got 2 shields there, which is huge. Incoming Drapion, because they can only throw the power punches, which Shadow Drapion is so glassy in the Great League. These counter and power punches are going to add up a ton, but I just need to get this out of here because I cannot have a fighter on a Sandslash. I probably could live. I definitely would live this, but I just want to come out with a bit of... Oh, it's foul play, so maybe I wouldn't have lived that. Because those counters are adding up. So I'm just going to chip with so seeing a Mudboy in the back is not a great scenario, but I'm just going to chip with Crunch. So now that basically puts it in range, and they give up Switch and come Frostlass, which is not what you want to do. I probably live a Shadow Ball. I may want to save this for the Mud Bombs because that's probably going to hurt way more. So live the Shadow Ball, just make sure I come out with a bunch of energy for Claw and Drill Run for the win. So Claw down, have a Drill Run. This will... I don't know if this will take it out as a non-Shadow. This thing still hits like... No, not even close. But I will get to the Ice Punch. So spammy. Claw, Ice Punch, Drill Run, super spammy combo. So a little more effort put into that one, but you need that shield advantage. Midway through the game, so I had a Whiscash lead, terrible lead against Abomasnow, so I got to come safe swap Sableye. Sableye, again, is a great safe swap. Whiscash is a nice answer to the fire, and and Sableye is obviously the answer to the fighter. Balanced. So I got one shield here, and we CMP'd, so that is huge. At this point, I will commit to the farm down so I come out with a blizzard. Yeah, so at this point, I'm just going to sacrifice the Whiscash. They could have a fighter in the back because they have a Abomasnow on the front, so they need some sort of fighter, or I'm gonna have to shield here. They're gonna need some sort of fighter or like Swampert or something to deal with stuff that's just gonna light up your Abomasnow. So Swampert, a fighter, Metachamp, right? So there's where I'm kind of getting lucky here that they did come in here, because I would have been in big trouble if they came in with their absorb the blizzard on that, and then they would have just been able to counter down. But get that off. I'm going to force them to throw here. Not quite. That's unfortunate. I will get a few off. Weird timing on that one from there. I got a shield again. Anything. I'm shielding this because even though Psychic and stuff is resisted, Energy Ball and Weather Ball is resisted here because you're Steel, right? So I'm gladly just take those resisted. I need to get to... I think I can just probably claw down at this point, and now I just need to live an Energy Ball, which I can. And now I just need to outpace to take this out, and I can. So again, the Steel typing resists a lot of stuff, which is huge. Swampert, Altaria. So again, Swampert would have won this if it was a Shadow, but it is not. So we are going to lose this matchup, taking this down pretty low into the red, but we are going to lose. Unless I want to like spend a shield, but I probably won't. The only way I spend a shield is to try and... I know, I would want to keep the shield. So they're smart knowing that they can't... Although they did completely mistime that one, because now I'm out of move. They're going to have to shield. And they're loaded with energy, so I expect to shield and CMP. Yeah, so they just miscounted there. A little bit of an undercharge to get another wing attack here, so that's smart. I'm just going to come Altaria, because again, I don't want to waste a shield yet, because they probably have an answer for Sandslash. So I just want to come, absorb this damage, save a shield, and is a Frostlass. So this is rough. I'm going to catch. What am I going to... Okay, I'm trying to get a move off here. I should probably bail into Sandslash, because I got such a good matchup here, and that Sky Attack doesn't do a ton. Like the claws are doing so much damage. I should have bailed earlier. Have to shield. Shadow Ball's gonna like chip me ton. And it is a stun Fisk. So had I switched earlier, I would have had energy advantage and shield advantage. But now I just have a little bit of energy advantage. The Mud Bombs are gonna hurt. I don't think they take out. I think you can live one non-shadow. Yeah, so live with these. Ice Punch probably will take it out or put it pretty darn close to being taken out. It does take it out, so now you just farm down. Yeah, so again, this thing hits like a truck, like way, way harder, even the non-shadow. I know the shadow version is ranked higher, so you can probably use that if you want to. But even the non-shadow hits really, really hard. Anyways, ABB style teams. Try to draw out a fighter. And then beat it with your first one. So I used Buzzhole just for fun, but Dunsparce is basically you're trying to draw out a fighter here. I was gonna take the move here, knowing that I can like kind of suit power. I eventually draw out a Talonflame, which is nice because you are also double weak to fire here with the Buzzhole thing. So I don't love this team. I would not go Buzzhole. I would go any of the other Pokemon that you've seen on this list here. You have Pelipper, you can do Metacham, you can do Defense Deoxys, you can do Trevenant. Lots of Pokemon that are far better than Buzzhole, but I just wanted to have some fun with it, so just keep that in mind. speaking about Trevenant, coming in, trying to get ahead, going to just claw into a resisted here, so I'm getting another rock slide off. So grab the shield. Now, what do they have on the, what was the lead? I was about to say, they're just coming. I'm gonna have to shield though. Or do I hope that they, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to shield no matter what. Even seed bombs plus claws are gonna add up. They have a lantern, right? They have the lantern lead. So I probably could take one and double drill run, because it's already pretty low because of the counters, because Buzzhole hits really hard with these counters. So we'll chip a bunch. I'm just going to come counter down. Perfect. And now I have a lunge coming out, plus I'm almost at a second lunge. So this game should be over. Lunge really hurts. Really hurts. Man, Buzzhole's so attack heavy. So Pelipper, Registeel, this is much easier ABB style, trying to draw out a ground like this, but they have the ground on the lead, so that is good. Nice catch on the Mandibuzz. Probably gonna farm a bit and then catch on the Registeel. Yeah, kind of Reggie, because I know that they're probably within one. They're within one zap cannon or very close to it. Plus, I can just take way more moves, especially how loaded with energy it is, than I can on my Sandslash. Plus, the claws are resisted on the Mandibuzz, so that is why you would come Registeel. Let's get the zap cannon off. Get the attack fall. Hallelujah. Because if you watch my, I guess I'm doing this really early, but if you watch my video like 6 weeks ago, I had a Registeel team where I did not get any moves off. I end up shielding that because like I know I can get the Pelipper back on this. I want to save this. This will still do a ton of chip damage and the attack fall. So 2 in a row. I got 2 out of 10 last time I did this. So 2 in a row is huge. Could have been the Stone Edge. So I wanted to respect this. Plus Hurricane is going to definitely take out here. Goodbye. Trying to get to the Hurricane. If I remember, they get like 2 Dark Pulses off, which really catch me off guard before I get to it. Yeah, maybe I want to start counting, because I would have chipped it for sure with Weather Ball if I knew that. But now I know that they're dry, and I'm thinking I can get to a move first, and it is a Skarmory double flyer team in the back, and you know, as a steal, you love to see it. So I just want to chip this a bunch. I really don't want to take Brave Bird though, so I'm going to catch this. Yeah, force them to throw on this, because Brave Bird would still hurt, and then if they get a Dark Pulse off, they're going to take me out. So they do Brave Bird, take that out, but now they are definitely within Ice Punch range because their defense is significantly down. This is why you need to really use other Pokemon as shields, because you really don't want to take any moves on this thing. And I will get the Ice Punch off. Should be enough. Because again, this hit like a truck, whether you are bulky or not. And finally, I mean, Umbreon's not a pure because you can still draw out like a Charm user, which would suck, but it is not bad. Why am I using Rock Slide instead of Thunderbolt? I would use Thunderbolt, but I just had Rock Slide on it for factions, and I just kept it and did not change it. So that is why you see that there, not any other reason. Get the full farm down. I expect them to only have a draw in here, which still hurts, but not enough for Defense Deoxys to be taken out. And perfect, I have a rock, and I have 2 answers, right? So I'm going to throw this Rock Slide just to either do huge chip damage or grab a shield. And then Umbreon, here we go. So I basically got 2 answers for this in the back here with Sandslash and Umbreon. So one of them is fine. Just take these avalanches. Expected to catch, and is their own A Sandslash in the back. And Umbreon is a great answer for A Sandslash because it resists the claws. It takes probably 3. Yeah, I was about to say, Umbreon does not hit hard, so it does take 3 foul plays to take out. But now I will have my own A Sandslash on their Frostlass. I'm wondering if I just try and snipe with and try and like save this. No. Okay, let's see what happens here. This will, I don't know if it takes me out. No. This will probably take them out. And then I'm coming in here to grab the last shield. It's kind of a dumb play because they can just like farm down, come out with multiple moves. I should just came in with the Shadow Claw. I think they were just at some energy, so I just wanted to like burn this last shield, and I can still get a Psycho Boost off if they don't. Oh, I cannot. Okay, now I gotta force them. Yeah, now I have to force them to dump energy. If they farm down, I would have been maybe in trouble here, but they dumped their energy, and now I can just shield one Shadow Ball. Again, you live with Shadow Ball, so I'm still fine because I could take one, shield one. They're not going to get to 3 before. Oh, plus they try and bait me. Doesn't matter. They weren't going to get to 3 Shadow Balls before anyways. Anyways, that is a Sandslash. So you need to cover your weakness, guaranteed of fighting. You need to cover fire. There's not a lot of fire in this meta right now, but if you want to cover your fire, sure, cover it with a water, like the Pelipper Registeel one. Cover your ground weakness to a certain extent. You got to cover the dark. Like, so there's a lot of things that you need to cover with Sandslash, which makes it a little trickier than the Dugong I did earlier in the season. But still, definitely a Pokemon worth building around. Because it's so glassy, they say that just get that extra damage with Shadow is better in the rankings. I did not have a Shadow built up, so I just used a non-Shadow. Those are some team ideas, so 7 teams there for you. Test them out. Let me know what works or didn't work for you. I think there's a lot of Pokemon this... I'm looking at Defense Deoxys more and more, quite honestly. I would not be surprised if sometime this week you're going to see a Defense Deoxys team, because I really think that with less Trevenant, more Medicham, I just think that it's just really, really, really well-rounded right now in this meta. So stay tuned. Maybe that's coming up. But I definitely have other videos. So I'm actually filming this 6 weeks in advance, because I'm filming this June 13th because it is the beginning of the season, and I have like 7 Great League teams from the first 2 weeks of the season that I cannot upload in between the week 2 and like week 8, because there are just so many non-Great Leagues going on. A couple Ultra Leagues, a couple Master Leagues, a remix, a Little Cup. So it's just like, okay, film in advance, upload for the future. So if you're seeing this, hello, future me. That's it. So hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one.